Okay, so I've seen worse. So here's the head. So it's not corroded. You know, you can see the cylinders that have been firing okay. Would clean up. There's the affected valve. It's definitely had some work before, because there's a mismatch of valves, but that matters. Yeah, I guess what I'll do now, we can set that up tipped away that it doesn't fall over. Let's see if this just pops back in. And woo! Well, that works. So that's in. Obviously, I'd like to clean this up, take valves out, at least give them a bit of a lap and see if the valves are straight and guides are all in situ and yada yada, all that garbage. And looking in here, gasket looks alright. I mean, like I said, these torque down pretty hard. So I got that off and cleaned it, give it a rub down, spray it some copper coat. You know, the bores look alright. Like, a bit glazed up in places, but see, there was block didn't quite drain, so there's a bit of water in there. I'll get that out shortly. It's not terrible. So I'm thinking, like, do I clean this all up, paint it with a bit of like P810 or something, put the motor back together and just get it running, see if we can make it run better. And I mean, there's not much harm. There's only about probably an hour and a half to get to this point, and that's doing better with rusty bolts. So I throw it back together and make it run nicer. I mean, I could just, at least it moves. I hate having cars that don't drive, you know, because you don't want to drive cars out of the workshop to mop the floors, or like, again, if someone says I need a car for a background of a film or something, I say, oh, I've got this old thing, oh, but it doesn't go. You know, I like to just make it run again. I know everyone will be like, what's the point? It's, you know, it's got a big crack in the block and it's a bit of a shitter, you know. But if I just make it run better, run on all four, and maybe I'll get motivated to finish off the A-pillars and clean all this up under here, and I mean, the brakes work and it's got nice tyres and everything else. Maybe I do put it through cert. And in the meantime, I'll keep looking for one of those TS motors which has got twin carbs, or the best thing out would be, because it's such a good, solid, original, cool old car, like if it ended up, if someone under the old boy's got under his bench somewhere, one of the old twin cam motors that were pretty rare. I mean, it'd be like proverbial rocking horse, what have you. But if one of those turns up, God, that'd be a dream, a twin cam one of these. So cool. But yeah, I guess there's no harm in just working with what we've got right now. I'll make it go again, but better, you know. I'll make it run on all four. And it's had an oil change, believe it or not. I'm not a complete butcher. It's had, you know, Penrite 2060 through it and a bit of a flush, and there's actually a new filter in there as well and some plugs. Like, I gave it a go. The carburetor's a bit shagged. I've got a spare one off the Humber 10, which I'm selling now. Got a couple of spares, much better shape, so I'll do one of those up with the correct jets in it and whatever for this application. Just because this one's been hammered, it's got stripped threads and all sorts of garbage going on. So yeah, I guess I'll mop out those bores and take that gasket off for a nice wipe down and hang it up and start cleaning all this gunk off, maybe tomorrow with a paintbrush and some gas, and just because, you know, I'm out of degrees there, the steam cleaner's not on in this yard. You know, it'll just be a case of old school brush and petrol and scraping with a chisel, but, you know, clean it up, see where we get to. Let's spin it over. Oh, I can't. Timing chain's hanging loose. If this was with an overhead valve motor, I'd spin it over now and just see how everything looks, but that's actually tied up down there because it did fall in a little way and I caught it with a magnet. I mean, it could fall right to the bottom in this, you know, just hang in the sump, rattle around, and that's the last thing. I mean, I had hoped that I'd be able to make this a nice runner with minimal work, but I mean, I'll still make it a nice runner, but long term with that, I mean, that's a decent crack. But, oh, you know, if it all comes apart and it was a pointless exercise, you know, what have I really done? wasted hours that I would be just... I mean, yeah, there's plenty to do around here, but not a lot of parts or motivation to get the stuff finished. I've got to finish that larder. The parts are here now. They arrived from Russia the other day, and the wiring for the deux chevaux is here, but this, yeah, this snowballed into this, so anyway, I'll stop waffling. See what we get to later on.